Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If it's been 3.5 hours since you last ate protein, and now you're starting to freak out, you are old school. If watching someone sit on a hammer machine for 5 minutes between sets playing with their phone pisses you off, you are definitely old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Hey, look! It just came out! Hey, look at that!
I love it!
Welcome back to After Hours. My voice is back. We're back. Better than ever. Gregg Valentino, John Romano, and the rest of the crew will be joining us a little later. Jimmy complained to me nonstop for the whole week. He called me about how the link didn't work for him last week, and he had all these good stories to tell me. About an hour and a half ago, I sent him, the update. I said, look, we're going to be doing the show at whatever, 12:30. He's like, all right, make sure you, give me the link now. So I said, well, I don't have the link now. I said, give it to you 15 minutes before the show. He's nowhere to be found now, all of a sudden.
He said, you got to look at all the, put an APB out and all the hot dog trucks on Linden Avenue.
Yeah, right? Holy shit. Fucking, or maybe he's getting sausage and peppers.
Or maybe that. Or maybe he's getting a little braciole,
Yeah.
There you go. He's giving a little braciole.
I have to do my radioactive iodine this Friday. I was supposed to do it last Friday. They didn't send me the thyrogen shots. Thyrogen is synthetic TSH. It looks like growth hormone. It's like thousands of dollars. I think my insurance covered it. I got it in my refrigerator. I guess so I got to take a shot on Wednesday, a shot on Thursday, and then Friday go for the radioactive iodine. So they give you this. They tell you you cannot eat any iodine in your diet. Now, if any of you guys know my diet, okay, that's all I eat. I have fish, whole eggs, because supposedly egg yolks have a lot of iodine in them. All my multivitamin, my V-Mineralize has kelp in it, which is iodine. You cannot use any iodized salt, so that means going out to eat anywhere, aside from probably I don't think Chinese food uses iodized salt. They probably use soy sauce. You can't eat anything. Everything's got iodine in it. It's incredible. And everything that I eat has iodine in it. Like all my healthy little meals are now kibosh. So I'm resorting to Mr. G's cookies and that's all I can eat now.
Careful, there's no iodine in there.
I'm hoping that he's using sea salt in here and not regular salt. But
what if they say no sugar too? Forget about that.
I forget it, then I'd be done. The thing is that I guess if you take in iodine, what happens is the radioactive iodine that they give you on Friday might not get taken up by the cells, and they might take up the good iodine. So you want your cells, your whatever cancer cells might be left, hopefully there's none, you want them to take up the radioactive iodine so that it destroys the cells. So that's the reason why they don't want you to have
So what
iodine.
are you going to eat though? You're not going to fast, right?
No, I'm sorry. I had to make a plain chicken breast for myself this morning. I put it on some Ezekiel bread. I'm going all over looking, like I said, everything that's kind of healthy that I eat in my diet, fish, to any kind of, not even dairy products, you're not supposed to be having either. So,
wow.
I guess whey isolate would probably be all right, but you got to be careful.
Do you notice any difference in your physique since this happened? Like,
no.
Do you feel like I'm getting softer? I'm getting harder?
No, actually, I think I'm leaner. Actually, I think he gave me 137.
Is that possible?
Yeah, look, I said it before. Thyroid hormone is important to run the machinery of your body. But it's the machinery that's burning the fat. So, in other words, if you have a Ferrari, okay, and you give it enough gas, you put gas in the tank, it's going to burn a lot of gas, right? If you put the same amount of gas into a high-efficiency Honda that gets like 60 miles a gallon, you're not going to burn as much gas. It's the same gas, right? But in a different car, with a different amount of horsepower, it's going to do different things. So, thyroid hormone is important to have at a normal level so that your body is functioning at optimal metabolism. But thyroid alone doesn't dictate whether you lose weight, or if that was the case, when you gave people, Cytomel T3, everyone would burn a million calories a day, But you can give some fat girl, Cytomel, and you can give the same dose to a guy who's like 280, and the guy 280 is going to burn infinitely more fat than the fat girl will because he's got more muscle that's metabolically active,
Right.
Mitochondria, right. So you gotta stay in a hotel.
Yes.
Eating crappy bland food, terrible internet connection, and Amanda's gonna think you're on vacation.
Yeah, that's pretty much the goal.
Oh, so you don't bring the kids in the wife?
I can't be exposed to them because I'm radioactive for 2 days.
That's why you got to go to the hotel, Greg.
So Friday and Saturday, I can't be exposed to kids or pets supposedly, and then after that I'm okay.
That's half your life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you're gonna love it. That's gonna be like a vacation for you. No kids screaming. Maybe she'll record them screaming. And
no, we'll put them on the phone. My son will be FaceTiming me all day and night, so to make sure that so I can hear what I'm missing, that kind of thing.
Right. 30 times, Dad. When are you coming home?
I told her I would prefer not to. I prefer not to have the vacation and not have radioactive iodine in my body. But it is what it is. So that's the plan. So what they do is you go to the hospital. They actually give you a pill and they kick you out of the hospital as soon as you swallow the pill. They're like, all right, get out. You
gotta go to the hospital to swallow the pill.
Yes, because what they do is it's like uranium. They have it in this like lead encased case. They pull it out of this refrigerator and they open it up. It's like weighs like 100 pounds. This thing. They have to take the lid off it. They grab like one pill with like a pair of tweezers and they just drop it in your mouth type thing like that.
Wow, how healthy is that?
Yeah, exactly right. They say no, it's not a big deal. But meanwhile, no one wants to be exposed to it, so obviously it is. It can't be that good for you.
Is that for radiation? Is that like because the radiation goes to the iodine? Is that what it is?
What they do is they link. It's a radioactive iodine, so they actually get iodine and they make it radioactive, and then they give it to you, and then only tissues that take up iodine, which in our bodies is only thyroid tissues. Now, my cancer was a thyroid cancer. So it's a thyroid cell that just went rogue, so to speak. So if I have any of these cells anywhere left that might have broken off, that radioactive iodine will get taken up into those cells and it will destroy the cell. But it can't be taken up by any of my other cells in my body. So it's not really damaging to your body, although you are being exposed to radiation. I'm getting a pretty low dose, so I guess they tell you like don't have kids 6 months after you get the radiation dose, just in case it affects the sperm cells that are being produced or something like that. But who knows?
You could probably say, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no, I don't want any more kids anyway. So. Yeah, I don't know.
Holy shit, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I got everyone's getting sent a Legendary Foods package.
Cool.
And the new style is originally had like a Pop-Tart style. This is still like a Pop-Tart style, but they're calling them their cake style. So it's like almost like rather than a Pop-Tart like consistency, it's a little bit more. It almost tastes like a little piece of cake you're eating in the shape of a Pop-Tart. 20 grams of protein, only 5 net carbs, and they got some great flavors from red velvet. We just got cookies and cream is really good. And they have a whole bunch of new ones coming out, and that's obviously our friend Ron.
I'm looking forward to trying.
Ron, who used to run Quest Nutrition, that's his company. So.
Oh, cool. So
and then Bruce.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a good friend Bruce Cardenas runs that, too. He helps them with the marketing of that. So.
Quest made some great tasting bars.
Oh yeah. You know what? You want to hear how crazy this is? So Quest was sold for like $1 billion, right?
I thought it was $3 billion.
No, it was $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Which is still that's a lot of billion. Anytime you see the letter B at the after a money thing, that's pretty good.
That's huge.
Yeah. So $1 billion, and they give them a do not compete for like bars and cookies. So that's why he came out with these things he came out with. And now, what has it been, 2 years? His do not compete's over. If I'm giving you $1 billion, if I'm paying you $1 billion, John, if I'm saying, hey, John, you got this product, I'm giving you $1 billion, I want you to go to a freaking desert island. I never want to see you again, right?
Hell yeah.
That would be our do not compete. Guess what, John? You're not going to be involved in the food industry anymore. All right, give me my $1 billion. I'm fine with that.
That's what I would do.
Ron is got the greatest do not compete of all time. It was like 2 years. Now he's going to be making bars again pretty soon. So.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He wants to make this as big as Quest.
I wonder if Blackman's non-compete is up yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never got. He should have done foods rather than supplements because, you know what I mean. He tried to redo what he was doing at Twin Lab. He should have just done like foods. I think he would have been better with that.
He doesn't know anything about food.
Yeah, but they did bars over Twin Lab. They had really good bars, didn't they? Remember the Diet Fuel bars?
Yeah, I remember all.
Yeah,
that.
I like those Diet Fuel bars. They were like Tootsie Rolls.
They were like those Sugar Daddy bars. They were like taffy.
Yeah, they were like Tootsie Rolls almost,
Yeah, Tootsie Rolls.
I remember all
The
my
mass
friends
bar
used
was
to love them.
impossible to eat. The mass bar would pull your fillings out of your mouth, right?
No, oh yeah. You know what? Steel bars too, a little bit like.
Yeah, steel bars. You were like that there, but the mass
Dude, you know,
bars.
I
remember Lee Haney would do that ad. Mass. You remember that? You got to get your mass.
Take the mass bar. Take that mass bar.
He bit into it. I think his whole teeth fell out after he bit into the bar. They had to cut the commercial.
One without the other, like the duck without the butter.
But I remember when those Oh Yeah bars came out. Fuck, it took me a month to believe that they were like, okay.
They probably weren't
so
okay.
Freaking good.
They weren't okay. That was the problem.
Well, they were okay, but they weren't.
I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when Pure Protein came out? The first Pure Protein bar was by that guy Dave. What was his last name? He owned that company, Worldwide Sport Nutrition. I actually went to Dubai with them in '96. He had just come out with that True Protein bar. It was made with chicken protein, and they used for the first time someone had used glycerol, and they didn't have to list it as a carb. So they were like marketing it as like a carb-free high-protein bar made with chicken breast protein. They were absolutely delicious. And then they switched. I don't know why they switched to whey from chicken breast protein, and it changed the taste a little bit, but they were the #1 bar for a long time. He made his whole company on the bars.
Let me tell you something. I knew the guy from American Bodybuilders. Remember that?
American
Bodybuilder. And those steel bars and all that shit, they were regular candy bars. Just like his drinks. They started out making that shit in the fucking backyard with a hose in Long Island. You know what I mean?
Who did?
Oh, the guy's name was Scott. He was in with the actual guy that was making it. He's from Long Island. I can't remember his fucking name because it's from the 80s, And he was even telling me, bro, this shit. I was like, you're telling me there's no sugar in this? You know what I mean? It's supposed to, certain things were sugar free. Remember they came out with the little cans of protein? They almost tasted like Yoo-hoo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I remember.
American Bodybuilders, they even had a little can. All that shit was fucking, none of that shit had no protein, you know what I mean?
Weeder bought American Bodybuilding, didn't he? The company.
Yeah, I think he did.
Because he wanted to have a drink distribution company. He bought ABB.
Do you know who else was really bad? I'll tell you who else was really bad. Fucking Universal. I remember them doing a test in the 80s on their shit. They used to have that shit in the shampoo bottles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The liquid aminos. And that shit had no sugar at all in it.
Well, the liquid aminos were basically what Bleckman's dad made, right, John? It was the collagen protein, right?
Cheramino. Yeah.
But I'm saying that was like the liquid collagen protein was the big thing.
Well, yeah, that was the original. That was the only product they made.
Right.
And then because they were riding on the coattails of that whole high protein.
No, but that became
that
hot
shit tasted
bodybuilding.
like
I remember
ass.
like guys in high school were drinking that stuff. I don't know if they were drinking the Twix.
Yeah, it was protein was the craze back in like late 80s, early 90s.
But
and
John,
then the article.
I'm sorry, was it Nature's Best, John?
No, that was later.
No. Or remember, who was the one that also came in a shampoo bottle? It was really tardy.
Yeah, very
Nature's
tart.
Best
Guys used to drink it. I thought they were taking steroids in high school. You drinking that
It was
stuff.
very tardy. You could smell it on their breath and shit. It was very thick. It was almost like drinking stomach bile.
But I was convinced that I grew muscle from drinking that, which I probably did because it was probably, no one had protein. Kids drank protein back then.
But was it Nature's Best or Beverly International? Who made that? Do you remember? I still see the bottle. It had like a yellow label.
That's Twin Lab, wasn't that? It was a black bottle, a yellow.
I think Nature's Bounty. I think you're talking.
There was a couple brands.
Was it Nature's Bounty?
It was on Long Island, right?
It had a black top and like a yellow stripe bottle or something like that, or a yellow bottle.
Yes.
That wasn't Twin Labs?
That was before Blackman.
I thought that was Amino Fuel. Wasn't Amino Fuel the...
No, Amino Fuel did taste something like that too.
I thought it had that yellow bottle too.
He had all the same color. It was all
Look
green.
up Amino Fuel, Tyler.
It was that thick syrupy shit.
Amino Fuel Twin Lab.
That was Cheramino. That was Cheramino.
But that came later though.
No. This is what happened.
I think he turned Cheramino into Amino Fuel, John.
He may have, but that was after the disaster. What happened was They were a one-product company. All they sold was Cheramino, millions of dollars of Cheramino year after year. And then an article came out in the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal that denounced, or as Bleckman would say, it poo-pooed the protein diet.
It was like did it say it caused gallstones or something like that, or some crazy
like or kidney stones or whatever, and like overnight, virtually overnight.
Oh, that's I'm putting the amino fuel up there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
they went from 150 employees to 7. Like overnight, and then they had the father rebuilt the company. He said, never again will we be a one-product company, and then those products came after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the stuff I'm talking about was before that. It was in like 1981, 82. It was like really fucking.
When I was in high school, I remember that. It was like about 84 or 85 in there. I remember.
It wasn't Twin Lab. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Not, it was like Beverly International or Nature's Best.
It was probably Nature's Best. It was probably Nature's Best.
I think you're right. It's Nature's Best, not Nature's Bounty. It was Nature's Best, but it came in a shampoo.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember that. And I used to chug it down. It was like, but I figured I was getting bigger.
It was horrible. But you know what? I bet you it was real amino acids. That's why it tasted like shit.
Well, it was collagen protein, Greg, was what it was. So it was protein, and the good thing about it was probably the only protein product on the market that didn't have like tons of lactose in it. Because Joe Weider proteins were all powdered skim milk, basically, at the time.
No, you're right. You're right. You know why? Because they didn't even call it amino acids. They called it, Blackman called his amino acids, which was tardy, but the other shit was called liquid protein.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
It was just like liquid protein.
It was liquid collagen protein. So.
All right, we got to acknowledge Jimmy the Bull before he goes nuts.
Oh, he's here?
Jimmy, is that Jimmy?
You better tell your story before you get cut off or something like that again.
Yeah. And thank you for dressing up, too. You had an element of class to the show.
I can't even see him. Where is he?
I can't see him either.
He's got a nice shirt on. He's got glasses. He's got a watch.
How come you... Oh, there he is. He looks like a school teacher.
I have a couple of stories I'd like to share.
We've been waiting. We've been waiting. We've been killing time talking about liquid collagen protein, waiting for you.
Well, I have a better story than the collagen protein.
I'm sure you do.
I have a couple of stories that I'm going to try to remain calm, but because I had a very rough couple of days.
It's like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
You want to get like a stress meter, like a horn. We can honk. Those little things that honk honk. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I had a very tough couple of days, but I'm okay.
He's about to say, let me tell the fucking story.
Greg, you know me all too well. So, where's Georgie today?
I don't know.
Good question. Fighting.
Yeah, training.
Yeah, now he's like training like 8 hours a day now. We can't get him to do anything now. He won't cook.
He might be surfing because it's pretty short.
I have all his products here. He sent me all these great cookies here. I got a jumbo light.
Sends him what is it with this love affair he's got with you? He only sends you shit.
Well, because
you.
It's the jumbo cookie. I got to get the jumbo cookies.
You
Oreo
got like
cream.
20 shipments from him already.
This one looks like the best one. Oreo cream, and then I got to tell you, the unmarked ones, the unlabeled ones. This is got like some kind of like almost like a date inside it. That's the best way. It tastes like a fruit roll wrapped in chocolate, and then the jumbo cups he's got here, and then he's got this bag. Unmarked bag of, I think he threw all the extras in here. He's got this white chocolate with raisins in it, which is unbelievable. This is the best thing he probably made.
Hey, those are secret.
There he is.
There's George.
What happened to you?
I thought George wasn't here.
But he only sends them to you. He doesn't sell them. He doesn't send them to anybody else.
Greg got a nice batch the other day.
A great one.
Because I didn't know Dave was going to open. That's a secret new product.
It's my favorite. What is it?
I can't.
You can't tell? I'll tell you one thing. I tasted it. I was like, holy mackerel. My kids are eating it. We're like, everyone's like going crazy over this thing. What is it?
That's going to be the biggest thing. That's going to be mainstream, baby.
I think you're losing focus, though. You're too spread out.
No, I'm not.
I've been saying that from day one.
Yeah, I know you have.
Now you're fight training 8 hours a day.
These jumbo cups are really good too. Let me ask you a question.
Wait a minute. George, you wipe the flour off your lens first of all.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's got spit on the legs. George, do you use sea salt or iodized salt in these products?
No salt.
Oh, okay, that's even better. Good. I can't have any iodine.
The peanut butter is sea salt.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I'm not adding it. It's just I'm not gonna tell you. I use.
I just want to know because I can't have any iodine in my diet for 2 weeks, so I needed to know this.
No, I mean I'm not.
Hold on. What's inside of these things? It's like it tastes like a fruit roll up in there.
Which?
It's like a chocolate bar. When I bite into it, it tastes like a date or some kind of a fruit roll up or something like that in there.
That has. I don't want to.
Oh, this is one of the secret products. I didn't know that. All right, I'm sorry.
He's got so many products.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
He doesn't
He's
even
like
remember.
Willy
them.
Wonka. He's like Willy Wonka. The secret, he can't tell you that.
No, that's not it. He's got so many.
Tyler likes the jumbo cups.
Lee. You know what I'm saying?
This is his product? Okay.
Yeah, well, it's on its way, man.
Okay.
We're gonna kill it, baby. That's it.
Mr. G sent out a care package to Lee Priest, and so they have a special project they put together to each other. So I don't want to ruin it. We'll wait till Lee gets them.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll look. I know what I'm doing.
All right.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
If that were true,
as Albert Einstein said, John, if we knew what we were doing, it wouldn't be called research.
Well, if he knew what he was doing, he'd be sending me shit too. But.
If we knew what we were doing, we'd let Jimmy the Bull tell us fucking.
All right, tell your story, Jimmy. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
You know why? I'm a little hyperactive from Gregg's game face he sent me here. Probably. This is like the plugs, the pre-show plugs we're doing here. All right, let's go. Tell us the story, Jimmy.
Are you sure?
Did you get a few? Hey, Jimmy, you look like you're missing a few teeth there. Did they pull any more teeth out of your mouth?
Don't even get me going with the teeth. I went to the fucking dentist.
You're missing teeth.
I went there 4 or 5 times. I went there. First time I went there, the guy gave me this whole fucking plan. He wants to give me my teeth back. Great. Okay. I left there. It was
He's got no molars left, John.
Then I had to go back there.
He looks like a horse, with no. I'm sorry.
So anyway, so I go back again, and the fucking guy tells me, you got to, let's get some X-rays. They got a whole bunch of X-rays and all this shit. They got that fucking big metal thing in my fucking throat. I'm joking, and the girls looking at me, smile, and say, "Are you gagging?" I said, "Yeah." Fucking $500 I left for that fucking time, right? Then I had to go back again. And then they tell me they got to give me deep cleaning, right? They had to inject my fucking gums, numb out the fucking right hemisphere, fucking 45 minutes, all this shit, bleeding, spitting, fucking $550 I left again. Now they want to do the other side. I go back here again. Another fucking deep clean, another $500. I mean, I spent like $2,000 there. I didn't get one fucking tooth. Nothing.
I gotta ask you a question.
I didn't want to go back there. I'm done with the fucking guy. They just called me the other day, and I told the girl, I said, listen to me. I spent almost $2,000 over there already. I don't even have a fucking tooth. Nothing. I said, what the fuck are you people doing to me over there? I just come there. I want to get fucking teeth. You're charging me all this shit, and I got nothing but sore gums and shit. I'm not coming back there.
Because you don't take care of your gums. Look, I remember back 10 years ago, John, you remember, every time he came in, he had another tooth being pulled out of his mouth. And we told him, we said, Jimmy, you're going to wind up with false teeth or dental implants. Don't get those teeth pulled out of your mouth.
Well, that's what he told me. That's what the guy told me. He goes, listen, you're still young. He goes, but you want to have dentures, 5, 6, 7 years? I said, no, I don't. That's why I'm here in your chair. I says, let's get to work over here. Two fucking months went by,
Jimmy,
$2,000, and I got nothing fucking
They're not
done.
sheetrocking a wall. They gotta clean your gums first. They can't put dental implants into disgusting gums.
I gotta call them up. I gotta go get this fucking rotten tooth pulled out over here.
Another tooth that pulled out of his mouth.
Listen, I don't even want to get started with the fucking teeth. All right? How do we get on this?
What I want to know is how many teeth did you have in your mouth originally? It must have been 500 or 600 because of the amount of times you've had teeth pulled over the last couple of years.
That's why he's got nothing left.
I'm like a fucking shark that grow back, John. So let me tell you.
Hold on.
I gotta tell you real quick.
I gotta stop you for a second. Hold on. I gotta stop you. Let me stop you for a second. Hold on.
You're gonna kill him.
Have you noticed that at the dentist now? I don't know about your dentist. In my dentist, there's no spit sink anymore.
I got one.
No, because they suck it out.
They suck it out now. Is that like supposed to be?
One.
You got a spit sink still?
Yeah, the guy gave me the cup. I hit the button. I lean over.
I don't have that in mine. My girl, they got a girl there sucking it and spraying water. You don't even have to. You never even rinse your mouth out anymore.
Me too.
I don't know what fuck. You must go to some primitive motherfucker. I
gotta say, my dentist plays much better music too.
Yeah, they got TV playing on my dentist.
So now I go get these fucking headlights for my Jeep, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Expensive fucking LEDs. They're like 200 a piece plus the installation, all that. I get the fucking thing. This is over the winter when I was working for the oil. I had a little money. So I get the lights fixed. You know, they put them in. I'm like, great, this is great. I'm driving around. All of a sudden, the right light turns yellow. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? The right light is yellow. I go back to the fucking place. I'm not going to mention their name because I got to protect the innocent. You know what I mean? I already got fucked up because I had to mention people's names. Right. So anyway, I go back to the joint. I says, yo, look at the light. The guy comes out of the shop. It's fucking yellow over there. What the fuck is that? He goes, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I installed 1,000 of these headlights. I said, well, I don't care how many you installed. Mine's yellow. I said, I don't like it. All right, calm down. We'll get another pair. I says, yeah, I want another fucking pair. I spent $400. I want another set of lights. No problem taking it. How long? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. How the fucking 3 weeks? Where are they coming from? He goes, well, you know, but COVID. Fuck COVID. I want my headlight. He goes, I'm sorry, it's going to take 3 weeks. Okay, I tried to calm down. I left, right? 3 weeks later, I go back there. They call me. The lights are in. I go get there. I replace the lights, okay? How's it look, Jim? I says, great, beautiful. I leave. I take off. The left headlight goes out. 2 days later. I go back. I says, the left headlight, the driver's headlight. He goes, it is? I said, yeah, look, it's out. He goes, I don't understand. I said, well, I understand. Look at it. It's out. I says, how could it be out? I don't understand. How could it be out? All right, take it easy, Jimmy. He pops the hood. He's looking in there, you know. I don't understand it. He says, you know, these are the new lights. I says, well, yeah, okay. I goes, maybe the computer's not understanding the LED headlights. I said, look, I don't give a fuck. I want another set of headlights. All right, take it easy. All right, hey, they order another set. 3 weeks I'm driving around with one headlight. 3, okay? I can't even go out and have a glass of wine. I'm afraid I'm going to get pulled over because I got one fucking headlight, right? Fucking shit finally comes back in. Calls me up. I go back. Puts them in. Beautiful. They're working. I drive down the road. The fucking light goes out again. Now it's flashing and shit. I'm blinking. It's fucking like half lit, blinking. I'm like, what the fuck? I go back. I says, look at the light. He goes, you're standing. He goes, Jimmy, only you. We installed 1,000 of these lights. You know, he goes, yeah, the guy knows me. He goes, I don't understand. He goes, I put in so many of these LED headlights. How the hell is that? I don't know. I want another fucking set of headlights. This is like the 30 set. I don't give a fuck. I want the fucking things to work. He goes, well, maybe the light, you know, it's the computer. We got to rewire the thing into the engine, out the back, and the exhaust. I said, no, you're not doing that. Well, we can take the fucking other headlight and wire over a wire to that headlight, to that. I said, oh, yeah? I said, that's what you're going to do? No, you're not going to do that either. I says, I want a fucking light, right? So I left there. My friend calls me up. He says, Jimmy, you have problems with that light? I see you on the highway. I said, yeah. He goes, go see my Spanish friend over there in the garage behind the deli. I said, really? I never knew there was even a garage there. So I go there, I pull in the back. Nice guy comes out. I say, hey, how you doing? Jaffe. I says, I got a fucking. He goes, yeah, I see. He goes, I know what it is, no problem. I says, really? Fucking guy pops the hood. He fucking pulls the headlight out. He starts slipping some wires. He's welding shit in there. And I see smoke coming up, you know. And then he puts everything back together, closes the hood. He goes, you're all fixed, $40. I said, you're kidding me. It's fixed. He goes, yeah. So now I got to go back to these pricks on Wednesday because I bought a little American flag for my radiator. You know, you've seen them right inside there. So I can't wait to go back because when I go back there, I'm going to tell the cocksucker, you're going to charge me $50 to install that flag? You ain't going to charge me shit because I had Matt Jaffe over there install my fucking light for $40. Look, you guys fucking for 6 weeks before you still can't fix it. So now I get all upset. I go to King Cullen last night and I see fucking, this is what I see, right?
King Cullen's a supermarket, yeah.
Puffs, right? I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen apple pie in fucking months. They canceled apple pie, right? So I says, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go home, make a cup of coffee. I'm all excited.
You want to know why he's got no teeth, John, right?
No, let me finish. I get the fucking head to me cocksucker. Fuck them, right? Apple puff, right? I go home. I make a cup of coffee. Open up. Where the fuck? I open it up. There's no motherfucking apple. There's no fucking apple. They're empty. There's no fucking apple in there. What are you fucking kidding me?
Jimmy, it's an apple puff.
The fucking never-ending bullshit with me, I swear.
Mr. G will make you an apple pie. Don't worry
I
about
got
it.
one more story because I gotta go. I gotta go get a colonoscopy in my ass.
Jimmy,
Wait till they find what they find up his rear end with all the hot dogs he's eating.
I can't shit, right? Dave, I can't shit.
That's
Please
not
send me
good.
that Fiberlize. I can't go. Right, so Dave sends me 2 cans of Fiberlize, right? I start taking the Fiberlize. Within 2 days, my shit's coming out like fucking Carvel. I said, this is great.
That's great.
No diarrhea, no constipation. I said, so my brother calls me up. He says, how you making out with your constipation? I said, Dave sent me some Fiberlize. I sent my brother a little bit in the bag. He calls me up 2 days. Jimmy, I'm shitting so good. I love it. I can't. My friend Jake calls me out. He's got problems. I says, yeah, I'm making everybody these fucking Fiberlize bags.
Why don't you just send him to the site to buy it?
My fucking neighbor's shitting. My cousin Robert's shitting. My brother's shitting. Jake's shitting. We're all shitting. We're all fucking shitting so good with this Fiberlize shit. I love it. That's my fucking story.
The apple puffs. That's the best one ever. Georgie, you got to help him with that.
George, what you should do is go buy those apple puffs and see if you could stuff something protein filling in there for him. An apple protein filling.
I'm sick of this shit. I don't know if it's fucking New York or it's just me.
I think it's just you.
When I was in Florida, I was peaceful. I was looking at the sky. I was loving every minute of it. I come here. This place is like a fucking whorehouse. It's a fucking whorehouse.
So when you leaving, Jimmy?
I'm done. I gotta go. I gotta go get a pipe up my ass with a light. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you.
Does he know you got to do a prep for this? Hold on.
Dave,
Jimmy.
I need 2 more cans of this, man.
All right, you tell Amanda what you need. We'll send it over.
Like a fucking
Hold on, I got to ask you something. Do you understand that you have to do a prep for the colonoscopy? You don't just go there for like a blood work, you know?
What do you mean?
Did you do the prep for the colonoscopy?
What kind of prep work? What are you talking about prep work?
You got to drink that.
You got to drink that stuff for 24 hours.
Is that what that shit is they gave me?
Have you been doing it?
They gave me a box. They told me I got to drink it. I didn't drink it. Why, what do you mean?
You can't go for a colonoscopy without drinking the stuff.
They gave me a box. He says, stop drinking this shit 12 o'clock at night. He says, I put it on the side, and I had the fucking apple puff instead.
It's not an optional thing. It's not an optional thing. How are they going to stick the scope up your butt otherwise?
What are you talking about? I'm supposed to drink that powder?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus
Twice.
Christ.
It's a gallon. You're supposed to drink the whole gallon, Jimmy.
It's 2 of them.
Here we go.
You're right,
Here we go. Now we're gonna have another fiasco at the VA now.
And Jimmy, you
I
can't.
thought they just stick the thing up your ass. That's the end
No.
of the story. I gotta go fucking prep myself. I'm eating fucking apple puffs.
He just had an apple pie, John, and he's going for a colonoscopy.
Fucking
Jimmy, it's
goddamn peanuts.
You got to do it 24 hours. These can't go.
I didn't know. The motherfucking nurse didn't tell me that shit.
He's eating apple pies, John. You're not even supposed to have anything solid for 24 hours.
No, nothing. You can't even have red juice. Nothing. You got to have
The fucking nurse told me she gave me the box. I don't even know what I did with it.
He probably just had a hot dog, too, I bet you.
I figured it was like some kind of stool loosener or something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
You said, I don't need that shit. I got Fiberlize.
I told her I don't need that. I'm shitting like a fucking champion. I don't need your shit. I got my shit, motherfucker.
I got Fiberlize, motherfucker.
Where do you drink that stuff? And you're gonna shit like you never shit before. It's the same as swallowing a grenade.
Desk here. This fucking cheap ass shit. Fucking apple pie crap. Fucking unbelievable. I'm gonna go back.
No,
I'm
they
bringing
give
that
you
box back to King Cullen.
They
I
give
want
you
my
this
money
big
back for that box.
jug of, you remember I did it. And it's a laxative, basically. It just cleans you out. Because they got to be able to see.
Yeah, it's a mega laxative.
Right, because they got to see the colon when they stick the scope up there. If he's got, fecal matter in there, they're not going to see anything. They don't want to see.
They're gonna see my fucking colon. They're gonna put a pipe on there with the light.
Yeah, but they don't want to see hot dogs in there.
He just grabbed his piece of legat. He goes, they're gonna see my colon.
I gotta go. I'm gonna be late. I gotta be over there.
You're gonna look through it, Greg.
Jimmy, you want to fuck him up? Get a hot dog on the way. Sausage and pepper.
I am. I'm gonna go see Stevie Hot Dog on the way down here. Fuck it. I'm fucking
Then you
hungry
get your
now.
colonoscopy. They're
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
have
up
a
there.
fucking apple puff. The fucking thing don't even work. Fucking no apple. I'm fucking sick of this shit. This is the kind of life. Who the fuck? How many people you know go to the fucking supermarket and buy apple pie and there's no fucking apple in the
Listen.
pie? How about that? Who does that?
Listen, Jimmy, if they find any teeth in your colon, tell them to save them because I hear they can reuse them when they're making you these artificial teeth.
That's great. I will. Hey, please send me a couple of more cans of this Ganache.
We will.
Please.
Bags.
Yeah.
Jimmy, sit down and relax. You ain't getting no colonoscopy.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
not right. They're not going to be sticking anything in you, believe me.
No.
They will. I'm gonna make.
No, you're not, because they won't do it.
It's gonna hold
Dude, I
on.
want to see you go get a
I
sausage
waited
and
3.5.
pepper.
I waited 3.5 months for this fucking thing.
But you
This
should
fucking
have
thing was
followed
in a fucking
directions.
COVID bullshit.
You know,
followed
you
directions.
know they got to give you anesthesia too, Jimmy.
A seizure.
Anesthesia.
Knock
Anesthesia.
you out.
Yeah, well, good. I don't want to know there's a pipe in my ass. I don't want fucking 4 people all around the room, my fucking ass in the air. They got a pipe and a
You
fucking
can't-
light up there.
you can't
I gotta
eat a hot
turn around
dog
and see
before they
fucking
give you
6 people looking
anesthesia.
up my ass.
Hold on, Mr. G. What's in these jumbo sandwich cookies? These Oreo cream. This is the best cookie I've ever tasted.
That's a chocolate chips cookie
Oh
stuffed
my
with
God.
a vanilla bean. It's stuffed with a vanilla bean ganache. Which
Oh
is like
my
a
God,
vanilla,
these are unreal. I can't believe how good this is. You got to send John one of these. He'll go crazy. This is the best cookie he's ever made. It might not be as healthy as the Jumbo Light or the keto cookie, but
Ganache is awesome.
this is really
What's a
good.
ganache?
Wow.
What is that?
Ganache is like chocolate, but you put milk in it or cream. And
Oh,
and
forget it.
makes
I'll probably
good.
be pooping my brains out. I better not
It
eat
doesn't
any more of
get
this.
hard.
I'll give it to Tyler.
All right, well, John, I actually used I made a vanilla bean frosting actually.
Oh, that's good.
That's what's in there. Then we freeze it.
Wow.
In
Good.
the
You,
freezer.
you want to do
Guys,
something
I gotta
really
go,
interesting?
man. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. I
All
got
right.
to be here, man.
You're not
All
right,
getting
I gotta
the
go.
colonoscopy.
Attaboy.
I'll see. We'll
Jimmy,
we'll see if I get a. We'll see if I don't get a colonoscopy.
Jimmy,
but we'll
hold
follow up
on,
next
hold
week.
on. Don't leave. Hold on, Jimmy.
Okay.
Don't leave. When you go in, are you going with someone?
No, I'm going by myself.
You can't drive yourself to a colonoscopy. They don't let you.
Why not?
You gotta.
They're going up my ass. They got that-
No, you can't. They give you anesthesia. You can't drive home.
I'm gonna get an anesthesia.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything because you didn't do the prep, so stay home.
Whatever you do, bring someone with you who can film the whole scenario. Like from the minute you walk in, tell the person, do not turn the camera off. Let them film it on your phone. It's going to be the funniest footage of all time because when they tell you you're not getting a colonoscopy.
All right, you got it.
right.
Love you guys.
Love you.
I love you, bro.
I love you to death, man. I'll see you guys later. All right,
Have a
man.
good
Jimmy
one,
the
Jimmy.
Cider Farm in Jericho. Apple pies.
Now, Georgie, here's something that you got to do that nobody else does. You got to make ganache out of a Milky Way bar.
Yeah, they don't. When you make a ganache out of a Milky Way, when they harden it, it's too hard on the inside.
No, it doesn't get hard. That's the great thing about it. It doesn't get hard all the way. It stays a little sticky.
Oh, wait, I'm still confused. What is a ganache?
Ganache is like if you took the basic ganache is if you took chocolate, like a chocolate bar,
Right.
you took 8 ounces of chocolate and a cup of milk, and you put it in a pot and you heat it up and you melt it all together, you whisk it together, and you let that cool. The extra cream won't let the chocolate get hard, so it acts like a filling, a frosting, like it stays soft. So you can make ganache out of white chocolate, out of candy bars. You just got to put cream in, and it doesn't harden up.
My girlfriend knew some guy named Ganache from India. I swear to God, I think that's his name. I'd have to ask.
Dinesh.
Ganesh, yeah. Ganesh.
Yeah, but I use a frosting.
What was that
anyway.
game? Ganip Ganop?
tried
Wasn't there
the Ganache. It
a
doesn't
game? Ganip Ganop? Am I making that up?
I got nothing there.
Ganip Ganop? Wasn't there something like that? Like a game?
Yeah, I remember that. That's some sort of like tongue twister thing.
I thought it was a game. Like, wasn't there a game like when we were
Wasn't it
kids?
those things he used to snap, those balls that
Oh,
connect?
yeah. Kanakas.
Oh,
Knackers. Something
Those
like
things
that.
were made out of glass. Together, you smack
They used
really
to
fast.
and they would explode, and they had to take them off the market.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember them.
We had them I remember in 7th grade we had them.
Remember? Everybody.
Yeah.
It's called Nip Nop. Ganip Ganop game. Yeah, I'm not making this up. It's a 2-player
Ganip Ganop.
plastic tabletop game consisting of sides. Pull it up, Tyler. Ganip Ganop. GNIP.
Oh, it came up.
There's even videos for this stuff. You guys didn't have Ganip Ganop when you were a kid?
I remember the name, but I was too. I might have.
You had
been
to
too
smash. You had to smash those buttons, and it would like send the ball over to the other side, and the other person would hit the button and it would send it back.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember. I never had that.
Yeah,
But
we eventually broke it, my sister and I, because we were too violent with it. Yeah.
Well, we're 10 years older than you, Dave. Anyway, so by the
We're
time
old.
Yeah, but we
Well,
all
you
knew
were
this. We all played the same games pretty much.
Hungry Hippos looks like it was more fun.
Yeah, Hungry Hippo. No,
Wait,
Rock'em
Dave,
Sock'em Robots. That was.
Oh, yeah,
that was
everybody
the
had
best.
Lincoln Logs, fucking shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Logs.
Rock
Payday.
and Roblox was my favorite.
Payday, Monopoly. What was else?
Trouble. Remember Trouble?
Trouble was good.
Trouble.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Candyland.
Candyland.
Just
Candyland.
sunk my battleship.
Battleship was great. I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I really like that too.
You know what was great about Battleship is when you got 2 of them, then you knew the next one you were going to get, the next one.
Yeah.
What was that strategy game where they had where you'd have to move the pieces? It was almost like, it wasn't chess, but it was like chess, but it was a king and a queen and number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. The number 1 was the strongest thing on the board. Risk, was it? No. That was a different game. What's that game called? I loved it. It was a strategy.
See, when I was a kid, like summer vacation,
Yeah.
my mother used to open the door at 8 o'clock in the morning, kick us out. We weren't allowed to come home until the street lights came on.
Yeah.
Same
Lock
shit
the
with
door.
my
Lock the door.
My mother
She was
too.
cleaning the house. She didn't want us in the fucking house.
Holy shit, my mother too.
Remember,
Come
did you
back at
have
lunch.
to go to the window for the sandwich?
Yeah, come back at lunch, right?
Lunchtime, she'd open the window and hand you a
Screen
sandwich.
door for me in the backyard, which she don't.
Oh, you're thirsty? Drink out of the hose.
Oh, and I was just gonna say that. She said, "You want? Hey, I want something to drink." She goes, "There's the hose."
It's all
We all
fucking
drank for the hose.
That's before
Why
the
don't
water
we
was
play
poison. That's why. Yeah.
Well, well, my point is, we didn't play those games. We played baseball and.
Well, you had it in the
It's
winter
funny,
though,
too.
John. You couldn't go outside. You had to play those games in the winter.
No, she threw us outside in the wintertime too. We had to make
Me too.
no
Me too,
forts,
bro.
snowball
She
fight.
didn't even know where the fuck we were. We could be like fucking 5 miles somewhere, right? Up.
Remember, we had no communication.
No
we'd leave the house in the
communication at all.
morning, and we'd be gone all day long and come back at night. Do you think that would fly today?
I told
No
this
way.
story. I told this story before, but you remember Crazy Eddie?
Yeah.
Of course.
Crazy Eddie.
Practically giving it
Prices
all
are
away.
insane.
Right. Crazy Eddie had this deal that if you could find an advertised price for the same product that they had, they would beat it. So you go through the newspaper, you find whatever the cheapest price on whatever video game, whatever you want to buy, you go to Crazy Eddie, and they would beat the price. But they had a policy for 30 days after you bought it. If you found the price cheaper anyway, you can take I didn't know this. You could go back there and you show them the receipt or you show them the ad, and they would actually give you your money back. They would give you more money back.
Right.
And so my parents had bought me for Christmas. They're investing in my computer science, future. They bought me a Commodore VIC-20, which was the predecessor to the Commodore 64. Came before it. It was the cheaper one. It was I think they spent $180 on this thing, which was a lot of money back then. But that was educational, so they would do it. And the thing went on sale, and I maybe 3 weeks after I had it, and I saw it in the newspaper for half the price. And I told my parents, I'm like, we got to go back to Crazy Eddie. They thought I was lying, so I took my bike, and I rode my bike from my house, it had to be at least like 8 miles or 10
You're
miles.
in New Jersey.
I'm in Long Island. No, there's a Crazy Eddie in Long Island. It was
Crazy Eddie was in
Crazy Eddie was
he
all
was
over the
everywhere.
place.
Oh, they had one in Long
There was
Island?
one in Westbury, and I lived in East Meadow. I must have rode my bike on a main road. I was not allowed. This is when I was like 13 or something
There was
like that.
one in Yonkers.
Yeah, there was one, but this was in Westbury, and I drove. I remember Eisenhower Park. It had a long, like a sidewalk. I rode the sidewalk the whole way, but then I had to cross Old Country Road, which was a huge road at the time.
Huge.
And
4
I
lanes.
crossed it. I went there. I remember I locked my bike up. I went in with the ad, with my receipt, and sure enough, from the $180 they handed me $95 cash back. And that was a lot of money, that was a lot of money. And so I rode my bike all the way back to my house, and no one knew because they would not let me go. And so I was so proud that I made all this money back, and I saved all this money that I had to brag to them. But I had to figure out how to do it because I didn't want to get in trouble for riding my bike. So I lied to them and told them that the neighbor drove me because the neighbor's son wanted to buy a computer. And so luckily, they never checked my story out, and they actually let me keep the money. They said, well, you know what? If you were right, you brought it back, you saved the money, you keep the money. So I actually made $90.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what, Dave?
If my son ever did that now, I would kill him, if I found
Yeah,
out.
but you know what Crazy Eddie did? You know why he did that shit? Because most people buy something, and then after they buy it, they're not still looking up prices to get money back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was a scammer.
Well, that's why he went out of business too, I think, because they were selling.
Because he went to prison. But
Well, he went to prison.
But why'd they go to
because he was
prison?
scamming people. He had empty warehouses. They would come and look at his stock. He had stockholders, fucking all empty boxes. You got to read his story.
What did
you
he do?
know
What was
that-
the crime that he did? What was he doing illegally?
I think it was money laundering.
Yeah. But you know what the best thing is? That guy that actually did his commercials, they're practically giving it all away. That guy actually MC'd the Night of the Champions one year.
Oh, did he really? Well, here's something. Here's even something funnier. My endocrinologist, my friend Lenny Thaler, who did all my blood work, and I told you about that. I had called up. He's from Miami. His uncle was Crazy Eddie. How funny is that?
Come on.
Yes. And hold on, I'm going to go one step further. Charlie Arms, who you know, Greg, very well from up in your area.
Yes, I know.
When Charlie was in jail, he was in jail with Crazy Eddie. And Crazy Eddie worked.
No!
Yes, and Crazy Eddie was in the kitchen. And Charlie wanted to get, the vegetables and the fruits there and all the stuff in the thing so he could sell them to make money. So he used to threaten Crazy Eddie. He said, if you don't give me that fucking fruit, I want this many of this, this many of that, you're going to be fucking dead. And so Crazy Eddie was petrified of Charlie Arms. So he used to give Charlie the fruit. He would smuggle it out of the kitchen, even though he was afraid he was going to get caught and, thrown in the hole. He did it because he was petrified of Charlie. And he would give Charlie, and then Charlie would go and sell it to all the guys on the thing, How funny is that?
That's funny. He used to tell me, Charlie Arms used to tell me, okay, put the 35-pound dumbbells down and get out of here. Come on, let's go. I was young. I was like 15 years old. And he had them fucking, 23-inch arms.
Well, Charlie
like
used to, you remember East Coast Fitness, Rob Messino?
Yeah.
So Rob Messino,
But I
Denise
knew him from-
Messino's ex-husband, used to own East Coast Fitness. And Charlie, which all the crazy guys would train there back in the day. It was up in Westchester, right? Eastchester?
Yeah, well, that's where I live.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I used to go there. But the thing is, I knew him from the White Plains YMCA.
No, I know, you knew him before that, but this is when
that was before.
When Charlie went to Rob Messino's place, East Coast, he would wait till he knew when the American bodybuilding trucks would pull up with all the drinks, and half the drinks that were supposed to go into the gym would go into Charlie's trunk. And Rob used to tell me, he'd come out and be like, Charlie, man, he's like, what are you going to do about it? Rob, go back into the gym. I'm taking care of business here. And he would steal half the drinks,
Didn't he used to get a lot of species supplements?
I still say he's a good friend of mine. I love Charlie. He's the greatest guy of all time. He's like he's like your greatest, like your father. The father that you wouldn't want to have because he's too tough, but that would teach you life. How to live life. He knows street wisdom better than anyone, and so. Yeah, I still send him products, even to this day.
Max loved him. Remember when Max got along with him really
well? Oh,
well?
yeah, he loved Max. Yeah.
Dude, I used to see him in 1974. You know what I mean? In 75, and he was humongous. He was jacked. I mean, fucking, his arms were.
They still like that. John, were you with me when we were walking down the West Side Highway and he pulled the guy out of the truck?
I was there.
Oh, you were there, George, right?
George was there.
He was 65 years old, too. He stopped a Mack truck on the West Side Highway and was screaming at the guy.
No, because there were 3 guys in the truck and they beeped at him, right? He walked on the side. He goes, "What the fuck?" And then they kept going, but then there was a red light. We got the red light. Then they were looking at him.
Oh, right.
What the fuck you looking at, you motherfucker? And then we had to tell him he was in the middle of the road in Manhattan.
West Side Highway.
Yeah. Charlie, come
right
back.
in front of the World Trade Center, right? You know, right there.
Oh my God, the guys took off the train and they were scared to death.
He was yelling some pretty nasty,
dude,
rude things at these guys. I won't even mention what the words were, but yeah, they were.
So what's he doing now, Charlie?
He lives in Jupiter, Florida.
He's got to be like what, 70 now?
Yeah, he's in his 70s. Yeah, he's mid-70s.
Yeah.
He's probably 75. He's got a lot of orthopedic problems, obviously. As get older and stuff like that. He's in a lot of but
What
he's.
happened?
The guy from GAT, remember the guy from GAT shaked his hand too hard?
Yeah, he punched Charles Moser in the nose. Yeah, broke his nose. Yeah, that's another story.
For shaking his hand.
Well,
I'll tell that story another time. I don't want to tell it right now.
Dude, let me tell you something. A lot of the guys from the White Plains, Nick Cali, all these guys, they're all dead, but some of them were crazy. You know what I mean? They'd have fights down there. Guy come running in with a shotgun, and it was nuts. The White Plains, East Coast was crazy too, like that. You know, I mean, crazy.
There was some tough guys in there.
Charlie beat up oh my God, I'm friends with him.
Ricky Rondinelli?
Huh?
Ricky Rondinelli?
No, not Rondinelli.
He did beat him up.
He beat up Tony Cucciella.
Oh.
Remember Tony Cucci?
Yeah.
And he used to scream when he was doing dips. Tony, he was a bodybuilder. He was jacked, and fucking, what's his name, didn't like him, Charlie Arms. And he'd walk over there and he just fucking hit him one shot. Now he's like, knocked out. You know what I mean? Charlie Arms was no joke.
He was brutal back then, yeah. He's much calmer now, yeah.
But you had Fran Volpe, Angelo Vizella.
But those guys were all afraid of Charlie. He was like, no one messed with him, right?
Well, yeah, he was crazy, he was big.
But he knew how to fight too. He knew how to fight.
Hey,
oh yeah.
Remember during the peak of the MD breakup?
Yeah.
We went to the show, and then I forgot. I think it was Rope Man or somebody came and got us, and Jimmy Mannion and Charlie.
Oh, right.
Arm. And remember, they took us backstage, and we were walking in the dark through this court.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get whacked, right? And then we get in his room backstage, and he's got Bleckman and his wife there.
Yes.
Right? And he wants us to shake hands, and Charlie goes, I guess it was Rope Man or Mannion said, well, you guys, you got to get along. This is our industry. You shake hands. And Charlie goes, you're not fucking shaking hands.
I forgot that. I completely blocked that out. Oh my God. That's
Remember
right.
that? I thought we were going to get killed.
Yeah, well, we had Charlie. That's why I wasn't worried. But yeah, Charlie's like, get him out of here. Charlie didn't like Bleckman at all. He hated him.
Dave, is he still bodybuilding and everything or no?
He works out, Charlie, yeah. But I don't know. He's got like a lot of injuries, though, still.
He ain't stopping.
Is he Jack still or?
I haven't seen him recently.
I saw him.
He calls the office.
10
Amanda
years
talks to
ago.
him a lot.
What's that?
He calls my office like once a month. We send him product, for him to use for himself, and Amanda talks to him a lot on the phone. But he's in a lot of pain. He's got a lot of injuries, from over the years.
I like Charlie.
Yeah,
Last guy saw him. He was.
I got to go down there one of these days to Jupiter and then film some stuff with him. Once this whole COVID thing blows over.
How far is that from you?
2 hours, 2.5 hours. I actually, when I was under house arrest after I got out of jail, Charlie would come once a week to my house with his wife or his girlfriend at the time, Brenda, and they would cook me dinner and we'd hang out for the whole day. I mean, it was very nice of him. We would sit there and I actually would interview him on video for an hour and a half each time he did this. And we did this for the 5 months I was on house arrest. I had so much footage on DVDs. I gave them all to him because he wanted them. I hope he still has them. It basically outlines his entire life. because I thought it would make a great movie. I said you should chronicle this on video so that at least you have it. And if you have anyone ever wanted to write a script from this, because it's an incredible story, his story. He was a functional illiterate. He taught himself how to read and write and write law briefs, and he actually was able to get himself exonerated and get out of jail because they were keeping him based on the fact that they thought he was part of some conspiracy that he had nothing to do with, and he actually proved he was right. He actually made case law twice, where they still quote the Charlie Arms, whatever, thing.
Charlie Arms Act.
Precedent, pretty impressive from a guy who couldn't even read and write, essentially.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So speaking of footage, I got in my desk drawer, Dave.
Yeah.
Cassettes, mini cassettes and big cassettes.
Right.
Interviews I did 1,000 years ago. I got Craig Titus. I got you before he went to prison.
Wow.
I got Bill Pearl. I got a whole bunch of these things, but it's only audio, and we talked about this a long time ago. I don't know what to do with them. Can I just send them to you and you can? I
wonder if you should look if you can see online. I'll pay for it. I mean, see if there's like a service that you can send the cassette to that will put it into a digital format. Because what we can do then is we can take the interviews and we could put like pictures, and so people could actually watch it, on YouTube, or they can, we could play little segments of it, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I just want you to see what I got, because I got a lot of it.
I don't have a cassette player even that would play.
That's the thing, I don't either.
Look, I'm telling you, look online. They have services where you send your cassette tapes to, and it's just like, or you send your VHS tapes to, and they'll actually put it into digital format and send you it on a thumb drive, or you can download it from their site or whatever. That's the way to do it. This way you have it permanently, because those cassette tapes are going to fall apart eventually, and they're not going to...
And John, I've had that done.
But it's mini cassettes and regular cassettes. So
they can do anything. They could do anything.
Oh, okay.
John, I had it done, but with 8mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you were a little kid, when we were kids, that's all our parents had, one of them little fucking cameras.
Sure.
And
I found some old stuff. Amanda found some stuff, some of the commercials I did back in the day, in the 90s, excuse me. I would love to get those transcribed also, because if I put those up, people would laugh their asses off. I did a commercial for hardcore gym clothing as if I was like a WWE wrestler. It's really, really funny, actually. It ran for a while, too. Remember on Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW?
Yeah,
it would run during the commercial breaks of that, because the hardcore clothing was the sponsor for a while of their broadcast.
That's awesome.
So anyway, all right, let's wrap this up. I got a lot to do today. Great Jimmy the Bull stories, of course. Greg, thank you for the game day. I've been talking my ass off I only took one pill and I feel it. So I don't know. What about you, Tyler?
I can't wait, man, until you send me those.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Tyler feels it.
More.
Right here.
Mr. G, I know you got some secret projects, but if people want to get the jumbo lights or the keto jumbo cookies or the big keto cookie, whatever, the big jumbo Palumbo mass cookie, Mr. PottsProtein.net, right?
Right. And I want to add one more thing.
Yeah.
October 8th, I set a date for the fight.
Okay.
At the Olympia. I'm going to have a booth there.
Again with the Olympia, John.
Hold on. Let me finish. We'll have the weigh-in on Friday and have a Friday night. I'm going to find a place. There's a UFC.
George, they have the show Friday night at the Olympia. No one's going to watch your fight if people are going to go to the Olympia.
Yeah, I'll have it at 11 o'clock at night or during the day.
George.
And Georgie's got the John Romano cookie line. It's 0 calories, 0 fat, zero everything. You can't even see the shit.
Have you told Big Lenny about the fight yet, George? When it is?
Hold on. I contacted the dummy misfits and Big Lenny.
Yeah.
Nothing back. Nothing.
No. Well, you better make sure that Big Lenny is still going to participate in this, or you're kind of wasting your time.
Do it. Come on, it's not happening.
Well, it's either going to be that, or you're going to have to fight Greg's sister, and you don't want to lose to Greg's sister.
I'm fighting him because
his
of
daughter.
what he did.
Well, you better get him to agree to that, because so far you're the only one that's fighting.
Well, they watch the show. Put it out there. Is Big Lenny going to fight Mr. G? If so, have him contact him.
Here he is now. He's hiding. Hiding, Lenny. Where's Waldo? Where's Lenny? Hiding.
Where's Hunter Biden?
Oh shit!
What did Apollo Creed call Rocky? He called him the
Where are
Italian chicken. What did he call him?
Stallion.
You remember when he was trying to get Rocky to fight in Rocky 2? He called him the
Yeah.
No, you know what he said to him?
What?
He said, "Hey, woman, you want a real man?"
No, that's
Remember that
Mr.
shit?
T.
That was
No.
Cumberland.
No.
No, listen, man.
That's
They
Mr.
tried to
T.
take my
Oh,
business
Apollo
down.
Creed. Okay.
Apollo called him
you
the
were thinking
Italian
of
chicken or
Cumberland.
something like that, you know.
Yeah, I lost a tooth the other day too.
You and Jimmy.
Give it to Jimmy.
Yeah,
give
Jimmy
me-
needs
give
all
me
the teeth
one
he can get.
Jimmy.
I got elbowed, yo.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing. I don't wear a mouthpiece. I don't like them.
Well, you better start wearing mouthpieces because you're going to be with Jimmy at the dentist's at the VA
Wait, you got
hospital.
elbowed that hard that it knocked your tooth out?
What happened? Yeah, well, when we were grappling, the guy did a push up with his elbow off my face because he was trying to choke me out.
At our age, it just doesn't sound like the thing I would want to be doing, John, every
Was
day.
that a molar?
No, Dave.
I take my hat off to Mr. G, that's for sure.
Hey, Dave, they're all 20 years old.
I know. I don't know why you want to do this, but it's all right.
You know, Georgie, not for nothing, but you look like you're in incredible shape.
Yeah, he does.
man.
He does.
I'm getting there. I mean, I train like 2.5, 3 hours right now. 2.5 hours, 3 hours a day.
Don't peak too early.
You look really
Don't peak
lean.
too early.
No, I'm gonna actually.
Are you
all this-
doing weight training too?
Yes. So I'm doing. Here's one of my workouts on the beach. Is I got a 30-pound tub, right? See this here?
Yeah.
So I drag that. I have the wraps that you wrap your hand with.
Yeah.
So I run with it like this. I'm like, so up like this.
Right,
I'm running in the sand, and it weighs like 30 pounds. I drag it, and then I pull it up from behind me every mile.
Wow.
George, what beach are you on? Are you at Pelican or whatever it is over there?
I'm at Point Pleasant.
Oh, you go to Point Pleasant. I just could.
No, I mean I go to Spring Lake. That's where
That's
I
far.
train.
That's way down the shore.
Yeah, he lives right by Seaside Heights. He's in Tom's River. Seaside
Hey,
Heights
look
is
at
right
Rich
over the
Gaspari.
bridge.
Rich Gaspari lives in Tom's River.
Oh, he does?
Richie, yeah.
Gaspari lives in Tom's River?
Gaspari.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy.
the guy Mike who works for me. He stops at that gas station sometimes.
What guy? You mean,
Where that guy Mike, the guy
oh,
Mike.
me? Yeah, I go to that gas station, yeah.
When I went to Point Pleasant years ago for the Muscle Beach they used to hold there, it seemed like a very small town to me. Is it still small or has it gotten developed over the years?
No, it's a small little
No. Wait, he's talking about Ortley Beach.
I'm talking about Point
Is that what you're
Pleasant.
talking about? They
Talking
didn't
about
have
Point
it-
Pleasant.
That Muscle Beach show, I won my class there as a natural, like fucking 80 fucking 2, 3.
That's
I don't
before
know,
my
long
time. I
ago.
went there in the 90s.
Yeah, but it was in it used to be at Joey Harrison's Surf Club in Ortley Beach, and then I don't think they moved. They moved it to Point Pleasant.
Yeah, for a while. I don't know where. I know Jason Orange took it over. I don't know where he's holding it now these days, but it might
That's
be.
where that's the bulwark right there with they have an aquarium, a whole.
It was really nice when I went there. I remember that.
That's
It was
a cool
beautiful.
place to have like that with a whole.
Where
with a whole-
Point Pleasant?
Yeah.
I used to go.
I
to
think it was at
Asbury
Point Pleasant
Park.
High School when I went to the show back in the day.
Oh shit!
I remember we
They
drove
did
down.
a lot of
We drove down at night the night before, and we couldn't get this. We were looking for a hotel to stay at, and they didn't want to open up for us. And I'm like, look, we need some place to stay. Just give us a room. I'll pay anything,
You
And
should have brought Charlie Arms. Throw me in the fucking motel. He would have threw somebody out. He would have went and knocked on somebody's door. Get out. Let's go. Come on. Out. Get your suitcase. Get your fucking suitcase and get out. Let's go. Some old lady and her husband be the door, knock on the door, there'd be Charlie Arms. Hey, you. Hey, get your wife. Come on. Let's go. Out. Now. Let's go.
Listen, he doesn't even have to say anything. He looks intimidating.
Oh yeah.
When you see him, you're like,
You can't say no to him. It's impossible. Yeah.
no, you did. He just.
George, I'd be in the gym. I was 15 years old. I used to look up to him. He's a fucking monster back then. And I'd be doing something, and he'd want those dumbbells that I was using. He'd be like, hey, that's it. Oh, enough. Let's go. Put the dumbbells down. Let's go. I need that. I was on the machine, off the wall, the cables off the wall. He would do like he used to do this shit. And one time I was on there, and I was crawling off there, and he goes, hey, come on, put it down. With the whistle. With the whistle. He's done. Go do something. Go do that shit over there or something like that. I need that.
You got to do it.
I was 15. I was like, oh shit, because he was huge.
Yeah.
He had that long black hair and a fucking.
Yeah, he had a crazy mustache too, right?
Sideburns and shit. I was like, oh shit. I mean, he was nice. He was a nice guy.
These guys.
He's a polite guy. He's very polite. Yeah, you just don't want to cross him. That's all.
As long as you do exactly what he says.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know how like when you go to the gym and some kids are sitting on the bench today and are in a fucking cell phone.
Oh, he would have kicked him right off. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been like. He would have took the fucking cell phone, threw it across the room,
Yeah.
and said, now go get your cell phone. I need that bench. You know what I mean? That's what he would have done.
Could you imagine him back at his prime then, walking into a gym now?
Oh my God!
Everybody on the phone and taking selfies in the mirror. He would have gone fucking nuts.
Well, especially because he wants to do, like, if he's trying to do it, like, I want to get on the lap machine, and somebody's on the lap machine, and you're sitting there, and then, guys do a set, they sit there, they put the weight down, and then they're on their cell phone.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
I hate that. Themselves doing lats, or they have their workout partner, somebody working out with some kid, taking a video of them. Okay, you ready? All right. And they're starting to do lats, and the guy's standing there video. He'd fucking freak out. If he needed to get on that machine, he'd be like, hey, let's go. Off the machine. Cell phone.
They changed music to the gangster rap.
These guys.
I had that happen the other day.
Oh,
hey,
really?
We're still filming this, right?
We're still filming.
Yeah, we never stopped.
We never
because
stopped.
the people out there don't know. They don't know these kind of people. If they don't, the guys like that don't exist. Charlie Arms is a national treasure.
Yeah.
You know what, Greg? That's a very interesting point, because these guys today taking up space at Planet Fitness and all of the fucking health clubs and whatever. These noobs that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're playing around and selfies and pictures and videos. They have no clue. If you were able to go back in time or bring time forward with, them back to Charlie Arms prime or Charlie Arms to these, it would be chaos. And there would be fights. These kids would be getting beat up left and right.
Yeah, but back then guys wore like old sneakers and fucking, short shorts or fucking like just gym fucking, like
no shirt,
pants and shit. No shirt, wife beater shirt. V-neck T-shirt that your grandfather, but today you got guys with fashion plates. They got the nice sneakers. Everybody's in. Guys used to work out in jeans. Do you remember that?
I still do, Greg. The gym I go to now, they don't give a fuck. It's just the South. I train with work boots, jeans, and a T-shirt.
That's the Barbarian Brothers. That's their MO.
Clothes.
Yeah,
I love it that way.
I had guys with mechanics come there. They're still in their mechanic pants and shit, stinking like oil, and they'd be working out. It's just a different era, though. I don't know.
I got that time capsule right here where I train. It's the same thing.
You know what it is? They're looking at you, thinking, "Look at this old guy's over here with the fucking jeans on." Because that's old school, though. That's old school. I used to work out with my jeans on.
You know who I'm known at the gym when they describe me, I'm known as the old guy that wears a beanie that's always shredded.
That's funny.
Holy shit. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, but all these guys wear headphones. They don't even talk to each other.
No.
They're taking selfies and stuff and film them working out.
Well, now no one wants to talk to each other anyway because of COVID. They don't even want you.
Dude, you know what's funny? I'm
isolated.
in the gym and I hear a guy talking. I'm like, what? And he's like,
I know.
He's on the phone. He's looking at me. I didn't realize he's got that earpiece in his fucking ear.
You know what, though? There's little corners that still exist. I trained at my gym all hours of the day and night to find the crew that I got along with. Because now when I go, nobody's got nothing in their ears. We're busting on each other, telling each other how we're faggots and, you know, the pussies and calling each other, you know, names, spotting each other, helping each other, telling stories. It's like it was back in the old days.
Dude, I work out with guys. All we do is go, dude, look at that fucking girl over there. How old do you think that is?
So you're doing the same thing you did back in the day, in other words.
In my gym, there's no girls, so we don't get that luxury.
You don't have girls in the gym?
Maybe one or two. But you know how bad it is? I got to go to the gym at night to hear guys telling me about this hottie in the morning who happens to be my fucking wife. That's how few girls are in my gym.
That's funny.
Did you tell him that's your wife? John, did you tell him it's your wife or no?
Yeah, well, they put two and two together after a minute, you know. I go, what does she look like? And they go, you know, dark curly hair and she's, you know, Latin girl. And I go, yeah, her name's Valerie. He goes, how do you know? I go, I'm married to her.
You know what's funny? Oh, dude, I'm the guy that would get caught talking shit about her. Like if I didn't know you, I'd be like, oh, dude, this girl. I'm always doing that. I'll tell a guy. Like one day, I was actually at a bodybuilding show, and I was talking about this chick. She had this big tits. And I was telling these guys, we were talking to guys behind us, sitting behind us, and I'm going, look at this girl coming up the aisle. Look at those tits. Imagine titty fucking that. And the guy goes, that's my wife. You know, like I'm always getting caught doing that. Always. So now I don't say shit, you know?
That's great. All right, guys. I got to wrap this party up. Hopefully everyone's having a good week. I'll be taking some radioactive iodine this weekend, so if you see me online, I will be glowing probably.
Yes.
So.
Good luck to you, Dave.
You'll have that healthy glow.
I'll have a healthy glow, exactly. Everyone will understand that. All right, well, hopefully Jimmy doesn't have anything shoved up his you-know-what right now because he didn't fast or do all the prep work. You know what's going to happen, John? He's going to lie to them. He's going to go in there. They're going to knock him out. He's going to get the colonoscopy. They're going to wake him up and tell him we couldn't see anything. We're going to have to do it again next week. And he's going to have to do the whole prep and the whole thing over. And I guarantee you, next Tuesday, he'll be bitching and complaining about how he went in and they took him out and they put the thing up his butt and they couldn't see anything, you know.
No, they're not going to say we didn't see anything. They're going to say all we saw was shit.
Yeah.
The whole idea.
Yeah, we saw 5 hot dogs and no fucking problem.
From 1974, the hot dogs were from.
and we found 5, and we found a condom up there. What the hell was that doing?
And you know what? It looked strangely like Jimmy Hoffa.
I was just going to say that. You said it before me.
Jimmy Hoffa.
I was going to say they found Jimmy Hoffa's teeth in there.
Holy
John,
God.
you read my mind all the time.
We always do, Dave.
All right. I love all you guys. Stay tuned, and we'll be back next week.
Good luck tomorrow, Dave.
Thank you.
Good luck, Dave.
Where's Big Lenny? Come
Cheers.
out of Hardy, baby! Come out of Hardy!
Him and Hunter Biden.
I wouldn't fight you if I were Big Lenny, that's for sure.
Oh, you killed Big Lady. He's not going to fight.